everybody, this is Jack from the Ottawa Center's Outlook, and this is our first preview and prediction for the 23-24 season. It's been a long time since we've done one of these, but we're finally back to it. The Ottawa Senators are taking on the Carolina Hurricanes, and this will be a very interesting matchup, one that I believe could very well be a playoff matchup as well, because of what we could expect from Ottawa and obviously what you could expect from Carolina. This could very well be a first round matchup depending on how things play out this season. However, we're gonna look at Carolina real quick with their preseason, and they've been a little bit shaky. It's usually preseason, obviously the games don't count, but I'm just going off of what I see here. So on Tuesday, September 26th, they played the Tampa Bay Lightning. Just gonna move my mic here. They won 5-2, and Kochetkov was their goalie. Parrots was their goalie on Wednesday, September 7th against Florida. They won 4-1. Kochetkov lost on Friday, September 29th to the Florida Panthers 4-2. Parrots was in net against the Tampa Bay Lightning on Friday, September 29th. They lost 4-0. And then on Thursday, October 5th against Nashville, Antti Raanta was in net. They lost 5-1. And Friday, October 6th, they played Nashville, and Freddie Anderson was in net. They won 4-1. Meanwhile, for the Ottawa Senators, they had a really strong preseason. They finished it off with a record of 6-2. And I'm just going to go to them right now. So their first game was against the Toronto Maple Leafs. They won that 3-2. I believe Forsberg was in net for that. They won 4-3 in overtime in Toronto, and I believe Sogard was in net for that. And then they played the Montreal Canadiens, and they lost that game by a final score of 4-3. And Korpisalo was in net for that one. And then on Friday, September 29th, they played Winnipeg. They won 3-1. Van Liese was in net for that one. Sunday, October 1st, they played Florida in the Maritimes. I believe that was in Sydney. It was in Sydney. They won 4-2. Forsberg was in net for that. Korpisalo played against Pittsburgh in Nova Scotia, and they won 3-0 in a shutout. And then on October 5th, they won 3-0 in Winnipeg. Forsberg was in net for that. And then finally, Saturday, October 7th, they played the Canadiens. They lost 6-4. Sogard was in net. So they finished preseason with a record of 6-2. That is the best among all Atlantic Division teams. But we're going to look at the lineups expected for the Ottawa Senators right now. So they have Tkachuk, Stutzla, Giroux, Joseph, Grieg, Batherson, Kubalik, Rourke, Chartier as the third center, Vladimir Tarasenko on the third line, and Parker Kelly, Mark Haslick, Zach McEwen, Shabbat Chikrin, Sanderson Zoo, Brentstrom Hamonic. So a lot of things are going to be tested with this team. Obviously, no Shane Pinto, no Josh Norris. That's a huge depletion with your center depth. And I don't think we have a starting goaltender matchup yet. But before I go to that, I'm going to look at the Carolina Hurricanes starting lineup as is right now. So they have Michael Bunting, Sebastian Aho, Seth Jarvis, Teravainen, Kotkaniemi, Marty Necas, Martin Nook, Jordan Stahl, Jesper Fast, Nosen, Jack Drury, and Jalen Chatfield as a right winger. He's a defenseman. I was a little bit thrown off by that, but we'll see if that works for them. As of right now, their defensive pairings: Slavin, Brent Burns, Brady Shea, Brett Pesce. They also have Tony DeAngelo back. He was on the Flyers last year, and then Dmitry Orlov. And I wouldn't expect there to be a starting goaltender matchup just yet. Usually the starter would be the one playing first. So we don't know who's going to be starting for both Ottawa and Carolina. But if we're going off of starters, I would expect it to be Freddie Anderson against Jonas Korpisalo. But we just don't know. So, and again, this is being recorded on Monday night, so obviously there is nothing to be quite official as of right now. But either way, with this game, Carolina is obviously one of the best teams in hockey by far. Ottawa, they're trying to get to the playoffs. I think they can be able to do that. But just based on the matchup by itself, I've got to give the edge to the Carolina Hurricanes in this one. I'm going to pick them to win it by a final score of 4-2. I do think this will be an interesting game, but like I said, Carolina is just by far the better team, so I just can't go against them in this one. However, I do think the Senators will be able to have a good start to the year. They better, because they have their first 13 of 17 are at home, so that's a huge advantage for them. But yeah, give me the Carolina Hurricanes to win this game tomorrow by a final score of on Wednesday night by a final score of 4-2. And on Thursday or Friday, I'm going to come out with my post-game video, or my recap, and then I'll talk about the Flyers preview on Saturday. So look out for more videos in the future regarding game actions. That finally came back now, so I'm looking forward to doing those. But for now, this is Jack from the Auto Centers Outlook, and go Sens go.